Looking for the best cozy games? Here are my top 3 picks. At this point, I can't put a specific order just because I think each and every one of these games are so good and deserves a trophy of their own. But let's not waste any time and start with Breath of the Wild. I know cozy games aren't usually open-world adventure games, but The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is surprisingly one of the coziest games I've ever played. Why is this adventure game one of the coziest ever? Well, first off, this game is all about freedom. Forget about being told what to do. You want to fight the final boss right away? Go for it. You want to forget about the storyline and just hang out in a beautiful meadow all day? Do it. The game never rushes you to do anything specific, opening up this incredibly relaxing way to play. Now, freedom is cool, but what really makes Breath of the Wild cozy is the world itself. This isn't some static, empty map. It feels alive. You'll see merchants going about their day, animals hunting, random weather changes. It's honestly mesmerizing. Plus, there's something super comforting about climbing up high and just surveying everything. Finding those little hidden spots tucked away and exploring at your own pace is pure cozy magic. And then there's cooking. You find ingredients all over, from mushrooms to apples, and you can experiment with mixing them over a campfire. It's strangely satisfying, with a mini puzzle and that little chime when you make a dish just feels so rewarding, not to mention all the different outfits you can piece together. Well, who doesn't love playing dress up? Speaking of exploration, there's no need to fast travel everywhere. Riding around on your horse, especially with gentle minimalist piano music in the background, it really is one of the most relaxing travel experiences in a game. Plus, the game doesn't hold your hand. You use clues in the world and figure things out for yourself, which is way less stressful and, in the end, is a more rewarding way to play. Honestly, Breath of the Wild is a cozy game disguised as a big adventure game. That feeling of discovering something new, solving a little puzzle, and enjoying the journey, that's where the true coziness lies. It's not your typical chill vibes only game, but it delivers that special sense of satisfaction and wonder that's the hallmark of a truly cozy experience. Let's talk about Spiritfarer, a game that's super cozy despite it being about death. Sure, there's death involved, but forget creepy zombies and jump scares. Spiritfarer is about death in a way that's actually comforting. You play as Stella, a fairy master who helps spirits journey into the afterlife. And yes, it does sound similar to Sharon in the River Styx in Greek mythology. And what do you know? In the game, you start off by replacing Sharon. Of course, you're not running on the River Styx into the depths of hell. The place you're in still looks like Earth, although it's cuter and more relaxing. Now, the spirits you help aren't scary ghosts either. You've taken the form of animals with big personalities and, sadly, big regrets and unfinished businesses. It might sound strange, but helping these spirits find peace is oddly cozy. You'll sail around a beautiful world, gathering resources to build cozy little homes in your ship. You'll cook them meals, listen to their stories, and help them complete unfinished businesses. It's a slow process, but that's the beauty of it. There's no pressure, no timers, just the gentle rocking of the waves and the quiet hum of the soundtrack. The best part, as you build relationships with these spirits, saying goodbye becomes bittersweet, but not depressing. It's a celebration of their life, a reminder to cherish the good times with the people we love. Now, don't get me wrong, the beginning can be a bit slow. It takes a while to learn the ropes, and there's a lot of downtime sailing between islands, but trust me, it's worth it. Once you unlock new abilities and explore hidden corners of the world, the gameplay loop becomes incredibly addictive. Plus, the visuals are stunning. The animation style is like a living storybook, and the music is a perfect blend of calming and whimsical. The music is fantastic too, with characters that feel real and relatable, even though they're grumpy owls and grumpy otters. So if you're looking for a cozy game that will make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside with a healthy dose of emotional depth, Spiritfarer is your jam. Just be prepared to settle in for the long haul, because this game is surprisingly meaty and will keep you hooked for hours. When we think of cozy games, we usually picture comfy afternoons nuzzled in our favorite armchair with a warm drink and some laid-back gameplay. When I first heard of Stardew Valley, it sounded like a 9-to-5 job for me. I mean, there's farming, resource gathering, even venturing into monster-filled mines. How is any of that relaxing? Well, here's the thing. Stardew Valley is all about finding your cozy pace. Sure, you inherit a rundown farm from your grandpa, but nobody's telling you to turn it into a sprawling money-making operation within the first week. can spend your days fishing by the ocean, chatting up the townsfolk, or slowly building out your dream farm, one carefully planted crop at a time. Speaking of the townsfolk, Pelican Town is one of the biggest reasons Stardew Valley feels like a warm hug. These aren't just quest-giving robots, they have hobbies, dreams, and relationships, including with you. You can befriend them, even romance them. Heck, you can even have kids with them, which is why they are an essential part of the Stardew Valley experience. Honestly, sometimes I think I log on just to say hi to everyone and catch up on the latest town gossip. And don't get me started on the depth. This game might seem simple, but there's always something new to uncover. Secret passages, hidden quests, and even an entire tropical island to explore in the game. The best part, you can tackle it all on your own schedule. If you're feeling adventurous, go deep into the monster-laden mines or focus on completing the quests for that mysterious community center. If you're in need of some me time, decorate your farmhouse, try out new recipes, or set up a cute little fishing spot by the river. Oh, and that cozy yet surprisingly deep thing extends beyond the core gameplay. I'm talking about the incredible community and the huge modding scene. People write additional dialogue, add new areas, and even change the game's look and feel entirely. The amount of love poured into this game shows, and you become part of that cozy community the moment you set foot into the Pelican Town. So while Stardew Valley might not be your typical cozy game, it has that special something, a sense of warmth, a freedom to do things your way, and that feeling that there's no rush at all. You can sink hours into it, or just dip a toe in from time to time, and either way, it'll be that place you happily return to for a cozy escape. Now, before we wrap things up, I noticed something when making this video. The 3 games I chose aren't your usual cozy games, even Stardew Valley, which I'm sure you already heard of countless times. I guess the standard cozy games just aren't for me. I dropped Animal Crossing even before I made a decent house. Abzu is another great game that I played, but I also dropped it since it bored me. A cozy game doesn't have to be super relaxing. I think it just needs to allow you to go at your own pace and have something for you to do other than complete objectives. And when looking back at Abzu and Animal Crossing, all you have to do is to be cozy, which is probably why I didn't like those. I love the games I mentioned since you have a goal at the end, and you have a ton of things to do in each game. And you can do it at your own pace. And by that logic, I'll include Elden Ring onto this list. No, I'm just kidding. If you like this video, please give us a subscribe. This has been Marty, and I'll see you tomorrow.